And look at this. It already says an error occurred on Twitter. See, Twitter is having issues tonight. I will fix that as the show goes on. I know how to fix it because StreamYard actually gave me some information. Yeah, tonight on the Wednesday Night Live, we're diving into a story that could shake up the entire vape industry. A major lawsuit from RJ Reynolds Tobacco Company targets dozens of vape manufacturers, alleged that many disposable vape products flooding the U.S. market are being illegally imported and sold without proper authorization from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. The complaint was filed with the U.S. International Trade Commission, Timmy. Ooh, lots of big words there,
Sure.
which has the which has the authority to take dramatic steps, block certain vape products from entering the U.S. Entirely. Supporters say it's about enforcing the laws and protecting consumers. My ass. Critics say it's big tobacco's trying to eliminate smaller competition and dominate the modern nicotine market. Basically, yes. So tonight we're going to ask the question: is this about public health or a billion-dollar power grab? So let's break it down. What actually is happening? So we're going to talk about this tonight because I saw a couple posts and I think there's some misinformation that's being thrown out there in the community. I saw tomorrow. It's not happening tomorrow, people. It just takes time. We're gonna get into it all, but let's say hello to our two guests that are on with us tonight. Everybody knows the guy in the middle. Who is in the middle of the? Tim's gonna know this on the show with the squares, Timmy.
Alice.
No, you're talking Brady Bunch. No, there used to be Hollywood Squares. This kind of looks like Hollywood Squares in a weird way. I'm only saying that because Nick is a horrible Alice. You just don't make a very good Alice.
But he looks so good underneath.
He would be he would really run that house well, though, I think. Yes. All the girls would know how to shoot a gun safely and properly if Tim was Allison on the Brady Bunch, right, Nick?
Nick just wouldn't have the patience. He would just if any of them cut up, it doesn't matter. 3 boys or 3 girls, he's just gonna chuck them in the pool with the alligator and be done with them.
Out with the peacocks.
Let's get rid of the evidence. Kind of like Tiger King, except Nick is the alligator king.
He's the alligator king. And also joining us, Matthew. Welcome to the show. And Matt, you were on the show before years ago, correct?
Yeah, last time I was on the show, we were drinking, and I'm not a drinker. So that was a good time.
We should bring back the drinking to this show, but maybe not. Well, you guys, it works out great, right? I mean, you guys are already home, work's done. I'm going to work. I don't know if they would appreciate me being pretty hammered going to work. Hey, guys. And of course, my co-host, Mr. Tim, Michelle, and Peggy is back with us. No Phillip. Phillip's having some issues with some other things, and he'll be back, I think, next week, hopefully. I am going to swing it over to Timmy. Timmy's going to tell you how his week's going, and I'm going to fix Twitter. Yep. Go, Timmy.
All right, well, you go ahead and fix that Twitter box.
X. Sorry, Elon.
You know what? It doesn't matter anymore. You can call it whatever you want. It's 2026. We don't have to play by. Well, what's going to be next? Just symbol or something like Prince? Like we won't even be able to say the name. It'll just be silence.com, whatever. I don't know. Makeemotion.com.
No.
I don't know, whatever it'll be. So the week has been pretty much usual stuff. But we did have a pretty fun weekend. We went out Friday night, and so a bunch of my buddies, they get together every once in a while and do kind of a pop-up band. And it's my friend Doug and my friend Scully and Joel and a couple other guys that I know, and they call themselves the Impregnators. That is the name of the band. Now, don't get that mixed up with some of the doom metal bands like the Genitorturers and all that stuff. No, the Impregnators. That's because they're all fathers. They're all fathers in the band, so they call themselves the Impregnate. And they do like 6 or 7 cover tunes, and it's a lot of fun. And then my buddy's band, Hot Fuss, played after that. They're a tribute to the band The Killers. If you're into the band The Killers, there's a tribute band for you. I personally don't know squat about The Killers. I know maybe like 2 songs. So I just kind of stand around and just chit chat until I kind of recognize a note or 2. And then Saturday, we went out and celebrated Georgia Beer Day, folks.
Yes,
That's good.
It was Georgia Beer Day on Saturday, and we went to a little brewery around the corner here called Meander. Good
name.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people don't know this. Meander actually has 2 definitions, but they kind of all come back to the same thing. So when you meander, you kind of wander around. You're aimless. You kind of have no general path or direction. But a meander is also like a creek, a river, like a river or a creek. So they have a big painting on the wall. They make really good beer. Enjoyed that, and we got our $7 Georgia Beer Day glasses, and so that put a wrap on it for the weekend, and that's about it. Yeah,
nice.
Nothing too exciting.
Yeah, Michelle, tell us about your lovely Florida day, walking on the beach in flip flops and shorts.
You saw my photos, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I did. That's what I did. I had to just relax some, and it worked. So I'm back in society again.
As Seinfeld would say, serenity now.
Exactly. That was it, and it was beautiful. There wasn't there was people on the beach, but there was like one every half a block. So there wasn't anybody on the beach to me, and there was no chairs, there was no trash, there was no people. And the next day, all the kids got here, so I was so thankful because I don't go when the kids are here.
Yeah,
it's not worth it. Really is. There's too many people, so it's probably my last one for a while, but I enjoyed it. Thank you for asking.
The other Floridian, Mr.
Yes.
Orlando, how's your week going?
My week is nice.
It's going tremendous.
We've
got too many Floridas here.
Florida's in the house.
Peggy, which Floridian? We got 3 of them. Which one?
Nick, you're next. Nick. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't go to the beach.
We're saving the best for last.
There you go. The week's been great. Last week a session, lots of fun things going on, and just kind of monitoring all that stuff.
Yeah.
Had a birthday weekend, so that was good. Family some partying and hanging out, and that was a good little break. And then back to it Monday.
Yeah. And you're I bet you're happy. I know we us Italian guys, we love wearing suits, but I'm thinking you're happy that you don't have to put a suit on right now for a while.
Yeah, well, they might extend session, but I don't think I'll have to wear a suit. So
good.
The work starts. When session ends, it doesn't mean it's over, right? I mean, that's when the real work gets done. Go out and around, but not as much as being in stuffy Tallahassee.
Yeah.
A little bit different when you want to be in the capital. Get to hang out.
Yeah.
Maybe drop the tie, right?
Yeah. You got to do the Gavin Newsom where he just kind of loosens the tie, making it look like he's the everyday man,
You gotta get the legs crossed just right.
The tie goes as soon as I can get it out. The tie's gone. Shirt, I'm good.
And remember, don't
all in all, good.
Don't talk like him, don't like wave your hands over here and do all this. No, Matt,
good stuff though, man.
Good. We're gonna hear what's going on. You're gonna let us know what's going on there on the show as well, and what you've been up to. We can't wait to hear what's going on in Florida. And Matthew, how are you doing, and how's your week going, buddy?
Well, I'm doing good, but just to let you know, we got some thunderstorms going outside. So if I get disconnected, that's why.
Yeah.
But we're here in Maryland. We're in the middle of our legislative session too, and we got a bill that we're fighting, and a bill we're actually pushing to get through, which looks like it's going to pass. And just working at my shop and getting my garden going, and cleaning everything up in the back and getting ready for gardening. So that's pretty much all I'm doing.
Yeah. And the other short wearing flip flop lady from Florida.
I wear skort. Thank you.
How's
It's
your
good. Eventful here. It's all right. I didn't make it to the beach, but I think I'm going to the mountains weekend.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
yes.
I need some beach time. Those of you on Twitter, sorry, Twitter is officially down. I've tried all three things that they told me to do, but it says it's officially not working. So if you're trying to, why am I even trying to tell someone on Twitter what to do if they can't see it? All right, John. All right. But if you're on YouTube, Facebook, or the other channels, and you have a friend that's on X, give them a call. Let them know to swim over to YouTube. Jamie, say hello to the people out there.
Yeah, let's say hi to some good peoples in the chat. Pardon me, I think I'm getting sick again for the third time this year. I don't know, this up and down weather. My wife is alternatively always sick. So when I'm sick, she's better, and then she gets sick, and then and then it goes back and forth. So we're playing tennis with viruses around the house here. So let's see who's in the chitty chat. Oh yeah, by the way, I did mention that we went to Georgia Beer Day and we got our fancy. I wish I had it. I could show it to you, but I don't feel like going in the kitchen and grabbing it. Like, you guys wouldn't care anyway. It has a cool little design on it. But did you know that if you put the glass up to your ear, you can hear the sound of the ocean? But that's not what I heard. What I heard was, hey, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Get Sick for the Third Time Wednesday Night Live show. We're going to go ahead and sniffle our way through the crowd tonight. Let's see who's in here. We got Robert, not on a billboard, lawyer in the house. Good to see you, Robert. Welcome back to the show. Good to see you. Who else we got in here? Well, so I can't. Matt and Nick are on the show, so that I can't. Hi, Nick. Hi, Matt. Good to see you guys. I
like that name.
We got Apex, top of the food chain predator in the house. Good to see you, Apex. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. And that's it for right now. So that's the only people talking. We got 9 watching the show. Chime in. We want to hear your comments, your thoughts, your questions, all that good stuff.
Yes, we're sorry about X, but we'll get that all figured out.
Fire Elon.
Fire. There is a real RJ Reynolds vape lawsuit in the news, but the story circulating online about it is hitting the vape industry tomorrow is mostly misunderstood. Here's what is actually happening based on the current reporting. So I used Chat GPT. I went and searched other links and articles to try to get the actual what is happening here. I'm assuming the vape shop owners know what's going on. Let me take off the slow feeding the ducks. I don't know why that song is called Feeding the Ducks, but that's what it's called, Feeding the Ducks. But I'm assuming Peggy knows and Matthew knows what's going on with this lawsuit with RJ Reynolds. In January 2026, a subsidiary of RJ Reynolds Tobacco and RJ Reynolds Vapor filed a large legal complaint with the U.S. Internal Trade Commission. What they are alleged about 16 companies. I tried to find the names of the 16 companies. I couldn't. It was kind of just mumble jumbled. I couldn't figure it out. If you know some of the names, Peggy, please.
If you fast forward to the decision that they announced today, it lists them all.
It listed them all now. Okay, yeah. I didn't jump in there to this morning, considering I got home at 5:30 in the morning.
Don't expect you to. No.
Yeah. Many alleged bypass FDA approval requirements, violated the PACT Act, shipping and tax laws for tobacco products, selling products in states where flavored vapes are banned, and avoids excess taxes. That's what the ITC opened up the investigation into these claims in late February 2026. The goal of the lawsuit, Reynolds wants the government to block imports and sales of those devices in the U.S. if violations are proven. I'm going to start with you, Peggy. I mean, what do you know about this right now?
was it? I guess it was this afternoon. They announced that it was decided against RJR.
Good.
They have a fancy dancy airflow system, and supposedly everybody has copied it.
Oh yeah.
Is an issue, right?
Yeah.
But yes, they decided today that it's not a thing.
It's not a thing. And now is this? But does this lawsuit also go after? Not just go after the devices itself, but doesn't it go after some flavored vapes as well? Aren't those in there, or those the devices that? Go ahead,
John.
man.
It went after the International Trade Commission.
Right.
That was the biggest piece of it. So when we're talking about the original lawsuit was, yes, the airflow pieces, but it also had to do with the International Trade Commission laws. And they were saying that they were in direct violation of those. However, the vape patent claims were so outdated at the time when this all started that when it finally came to court, they decided that it was irrelevant and overruled it, which means RJ lost. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Snapshot.
Yes.
So disposable vape companies did not violate U.S. trade law, and no products are banned as a result of this case.
Oh,
basically.
nice. So
yes.
So this
So
case
it
is
was-
dead in the
it was-
water.
This
All that
case.
plus the international trade.
So why aren't we
Yeah,
doing
this
this
case,
show?
they
Let's talk
won.
about something else then.
A lot of people lost their business because they had been fighting for so long. It cost millions and millions of dollars to stay alive in the industry. They ended up losing their businesses. And there's a few that are still viable, right? But the majority of the vape companies that were around then are no longer around because they lost their butts. So they're done. So mission accomplished, but the suit was overturned. So they have to now they're not going to lose any more money and pay into it, but they already lost a ton. So the win is kind of relevant, but kind of irrelevant because the people that it mattered aren't in business anymore. So it took them out.
It took
So we go out-
it achieved
Yeah,
their goal.
win. Yeah, and it's not a real win for us as an industry, maybe because they can't bring up the ITC trades laws anymore. But they weren't bringing up anything that's relevant today on the market, so it really didn't matter.
So who can't bring up those laws anymore, Nick? Tell me.
Oh, they can. Everybody can bring up the laws.
Uh-huh.
They can all bring them up, and
Okay.
they could go back into court, and everybody will pay another fortune to stay alive,
Right.
and the result will be the same. But this case is singular, and its precedent has been set for that case. But tomorrow, if we were to start another one, it could just be another one for all the new products, right? So
Right.
it's tough. There's a lot of things going on with the International Trade Commission, along with the ports being closed and things like that. That's why you see some companies that haven't been in our country, manufactured, finished, or certified finished in our country, coming over to try to get established. And most of them, which you may or may not know, since the law passed in Texas, which was very similar to Tennessee's law, they started just printing boxes that say "Made in the U.S." and really, they're not made in the U.S. and they're not coming from Indonesia.
Yeah.
They're coming from China. They're made in China.
Made in China.
So they're that
So they're
now too. So yeah, it's just packaging craziness,
So
and they're going to get on packaging.
I don't blame them.
Constipation.
So
Crazy.
does this ruling also stop the ITC investigation completely?
This one, yes. Does it stop
Okay.
ITC overall? No, absolutely
No.
not.
Just this one.
I mean, we're talking about the government here. They can do pretty much whatever the hell they want. Right?
They can do whatever the fuck they want.
So,
It doesn't
I
matter.
mean, you remember the ports got shut down. I don't know. Maybe you don't. The ports got shut down a couple of months ago. Nobody was getting product, whether it was coils, hard goods, or single-use disposable vapes or their components, because they deployed those AI units that they got the $200 million grant for. Instead of hiring people, they hired AI to go out and scan these. They have HS numbers, they're tobacco numbers. When a product comes through, all of them are the same HS number. So they were scanning those and throwing them in a room. That stuff was locked down till a human went in there and opened up every box. Now, some of them didn't get released. Some of them did. When they found components like coils and pods and actual hardware, that got released. or components of a single-use disposable that is just components and assembled here in our country, they let that go. But all the rest got held for a long time. So when you're seeing things like AI at the ports, they could flip that switch anytime they want. You know? They could just go, okay, we want it back on. Boom, they turn it on and it's going. So they have the light switch to turn us as an industry on or off, because that control number is all the same and it still remains the same. So on a national level, the best thing to do is get a new control number for the components, but that's not going to happen anytime soon either. So this could be a long drawn out thing based on how it all shakes out. But ITC and ports and the Port Authority and all that stuff you see in raids going on now, there's a lot of things happening that as retailers we don't know about until we start really diving in and seeing what's going on with these products being short. Like some people thought it was the tariffs. It's got nothing to do with the tariffs. The tariffs were pennies, and most of us retailers absorbed it. But when you're starting to talk about actual products that these guys are either manufacturing or distributing, and there's several brands out there that are big brands that we all know that didn't get through for a long time, and all of a sudden when they did, people bought them up, stored them somewhere, and held on to them, and now they're starting to release those here in our country, saying, well, now we can get top dollar for them, so let's just sell those. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background with that kind of stuff.
Mm.
But
this was passed today by the Supreme Court?
No. Trade Commission.
No, it didn't have to go. It didn't have to go.
Okay. So yeah, since it's
ruling
by the Trade Commission,
this was a ruling, right.
So it won't go to Supreme Court. Okay. All right.
Let me see who made the actual rule.
I am so glad to know some of that, because some of that I didn't understand. So thank you for letting us all know.
Yes,
I didn't understand.
It was the USITC. You're very welcome. But it was the USITC who made that. It was the ITC commissioners, not a judge, made the final binding decision.
And that'll stand in court?
And I can tell you who it was. It was Lisa Barton.
Poor lady. Poor lady. Poor lady.
Now, Nick, what can you do about the other ones that are not?
Which ones, Peggy?
Pick one.
I'm sorry. Which one? One of what?
There's a flavor meeting that's going to happen. They're going to.
Okay. So
standard.
The guidance. You're talking about the guidance. The guidance that was released. They released a draft guidance from the FDA. The HHS is asking for public comment on that. They want to hear from us what our thoughts are before they go back to the FDA and enforce anything as far as guidelines. So it's draft guidance at this point. Nothing's in stone. So it's up to our manufacturers, distributors, retailers to make those public comments just openly. And it's not really low hanging like, hey, we vape, we vote kind of stuff. It's more like this is the impact. Our flavors are not appealing to kids, and contrary, it's helping adults to quit smoking. And here's the fact sheet. Those kind of things, almost taking place of a cohort study type of facts. I mean, as deep as we can get on that, to be able to push that narrative and show them that flavors aren't just appealing to kids. We saw youth drop in percentage youth usage. So with that being said, we saw the adults switching more towards alternative nicotine, which is the pouches, the vape, all that stuff. We saw that switch. So we need to be able to articulate as an industry what that looks like to the HHS, who will then challenge the draft guidelines, and hopefully when they come out, they'll be better. And there's lots of conversations going on. We've got conversations with BTA, MEPOD, 50 Bar, AVM. They're all having those conversations. I think Troutman's actually sent some conversation in there. So we're all kind of gathering what we can to get that message across from those people, because they're the ones they're seeking, because they've had past experience with those individuals and relationships with them.
So there is I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you. There isn't any actual, just customers, consumers, that kind of stuff that has been asked to represent us, right?
No, it's really like high level.
That's good. I'm just making sure.
Which
So, Nick,
I mean, we've got
Either.
that information. So
Go
So
ahead,
Nick,
Matthew.
you keep up with the VTA. Are they giving any guidance as far as like shop owners or distributors or businesses to like encourage them to make public comment or anything they can do at this point?
Zero.
Of course.
Really? Okay. I was curious if you had heard anything coming down the pike that anyway that shop owners or small businesses can get involved in this, as this is all above us. So
yeah, it's
We
kind
don't-
of above us, but I encourage your people you deal with to get that in. I think the majority of it's done. I mean, I helped with a deck for 50 bar today. So we kind of inserted some stuff in there. I'm sure THR 101's got some stuff going in there.
Yeah.
Lindsay's doing a great job on that end. She's doing really a lot of stuff, and she's got a lot of data in regards to youth usage and the declining numbers in that in each state. So she could pile that together and make it federal. So yeah, she's doing a lot of work on the side too for that. And
she
everybody's
does a
using
lot
her
of
data.
amazing work.
She
Yeah.
does. She never quits. She never
Never.
stops. She's like the
Never.
amazing bunny, man. That and Nick and you
Does
guys
need support, though.
learn together.
Yes, she
I'm
does.
hopefully, involved with her, so we need to support her and get her any kind of funding we can through THR 101 so she can keep going.
And she needs that.
Absolutely.
She needs funding right now because she's doing a lot on her own and out of her own pocket, and we're trying to use it. So we all need to support her any way we can.
100%.
She for years she's done it by herself because she's a nerd, right? She loves it.
Yeah.
It's actually, it doesn't work, right? She has to go out and get a real job and then do this on the side. So all the administrative stuff, the online stuff, the data, she has to pay for that. So it's important. Anybody who's interested, go to thr101.org and make a contribution to her. That'd be great.
Businesses are accepted
Peggy,
too.
what was the What was the other thing? Did you have something
There is
else? Guidelines? We got
Yeah, there's another one. What is it? That may be it. Okay.
I don't know.
You have it.
I have it right there.
We got easy bills.
Thank you.
Oh, we have to talk about Florida. Are we done national?
Yeah, well, shit.
Really?
Yeah, I
Talk
spent
about
hours
Florida
on that. Damn ITC making that decision so damn fast. First I hear years. It could be years. I was like, oh fuck, years. What the hell? And
It
then,
was years, John. It started way back. It was years.
well, yeah. It was. What do you call it? Processed on February, right? No, was it?
It was like 3 years. Like 3 years.
I thought.
Well, I don't know if they actually.
They filed in when did they file? I had it here somewhere in my notes.
I'm going to tell you.
Yeah. So let's talk about Florida and Mr. Nick Orlando.
You want to talk about Florida? Okay, it was June 11th, 2024. Sorry, not 3 years.
Yeah.
2024 though, that was a while ago.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so Florida,
Yes.
we interested in drafting 2 bills, the same 2 as last year, only a little different. And our bills are basically, let's take the narrative of youth and using these products out of the mouths of our legislators. And the best way to do that is we found a senator and a representative on each side of the legislative body. And we were very fortunate because our lobby team is amazing now. We have a new lobby team for the last 2 years, and they are just knock it out of the park people. But they found us some sponsors, and the one bill in the Senate matches the House. And basically that bill is 21 and over facilities can sell non-PMTA approved products, market, advertise, and sell. 21 and over facilities. If you're under 21 facility, you cannot market, display, or advertise, but you can sell. So it's not in the kids' faces.
Right.
It's got to be behind the counter, kind of like the Playboy magazines or whatever. Hide up at a side or like a beer cave, whatever.
That was a sad day for a 16-year-old.
Why, when you
where to
couldn't buy
look
a Playboy anymore?
No, because you used to stand in line with your mom and you can look over at the magazine rack and see a few pictures. You know, they took that away from the poor 16-year-old.
Dude, just go down the street to 7-Eleven. They
true.
don't pay as much attention.
Yeah.
And
you tell me that now, too. Okay, go ahead,
Stuff
Nick.
like
Sorry.
that. Increased punishments for violators, things like that. But the biggest things is, like I said, those two things. The difference between the two, obviously. 21 and over, you can sell non-PMTA approved items because here's the deal. You're not going to be able to put that toothpaste back in the tube. The products are already out. People are buying them. So might as well make them available in 21 and over facilities. Yep. Right? I don't care about PMTA. This is Florida. What do we care about the FDA and their craziness?
Right.
Let's just be able to sell the product 21 and over, call it a. And if you notice, hemp products and marijuana have the same type of standards. They sell it in dispensaries here in Florida, although it's illegal federally. Right. So it's kind of the same train tracks, right? I don't want to be that closely related. It's real. We can do this in Florida. So they understood it. First Senate hearing went through undisputed, like all the way. Everybody voted up on it. 9-0 unanimous. It was great. But then the House side started having problems outside of our industry. This is the second year the House had problems infighting more so than anything. They don't want to put it through because they're not putting so-and-so bill through because so-and-so is leaving and this and that. So we've kind of strategically placed ourselves for next year. We met with the leaders all year long, like the House Speaker and the Senate President. They've said when they get in office this year, plus it's a lame duck session. So our governor's on the way out. Yep. We think Byron Donalds is going to be our next governor. He likes us. We like him. We've been working with him for years. Right. So we're going to be in a really good spot. We thought we were good with DeSantis. We're going to be in a really good spot with Donalds.
Good.
And the Senate leader, the Senate Speaker, President, and the House Speaker have been with us forever as well. And they're people that they're really close with, that they're going to be working closely with them as far as leadership, will also be on board. So we are postured very good for coming into next session, which starts in March of next year. So if it doesn't move any further than this week, we're not going to have any bad bills. And I don't know who watches this, but I will say, being proactive, guys, and putting up bills instead of fighting bills has been winning for us for years.
Yep.
So we don't have any bad bills. Thank God, knock on wood, for the last 2 years because of that. We put up our bills first.
Your team.
And they go, well, I don't know. So we got to do that. We got to be up in front, knocking them down. We finally took that approach 2 years ago, and it's been working ever since. It's like a strategy. We've always fought from the back, right? Bang, bang, oh, bad bills. Let's get things on fire.
Yeah.
Raise money, go protest, and send letters and all this stuff. Well, now it's a different space. Our lobby team's amazing, and we've had meetings all year long, and we'll continue to have those. We're not going to stop because session's over. That's when we start, actually. Yeah. Nowadays, we have 60 days of session. There's nothing we can do. We go up and testify in a committee, and it's just like, whatever. But when we meet them in their office and they meet us in our office, we have these long conversations over lunch, and it goes much further.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Yeah. Really good.
I know your big picture, Nick. I was just wondering if you have like the same issues of some other places that have rules and regulations that are more open for the vape industry, like Florida. Do you still have issues like with some smaller towns having some of their own regulations in set? Or do you even look at that, or is that something you guys work on or don't work on? Because I know it's difficult to, this town in Florida may just say, we don't want it at all in our town. I know you guys are looking big picture, but is somebody also working there in that sense?
So I'm glad you asked the question, because 2 years ago, we had a bill come up that made it available for our attorney general to put things. It first started as a PMTA registry bill. We flipped it through our lobby team to make it to where the AG had to actually create that bill against single-use disposable vapes. Open systems were fine.
Mm-hmm.
In that bill, we made it to where the AG would have to create a bill. That AG now was the one that helped assisted in the amendment that we put in to win it when he worked for the governor. Now he's our attorney general, so he's very good with us. Like we see him and he's like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" That kind of guy.
Yeah.
His name is James Uthmeyer. We need to get him reelected. Him and Byron Donalds together are pretty solid. But his name is James Uthmeyer.
Okay, thank you.
So he has been working with us very closely, and he sits down. The first time we've ever met with the AG was with him when Ron DeSantis appointed him. Great individual, understands, is very reasonable. Well, I'm not saying he's a pushover, but he's very reasonable. He's very strong enforcement. He's the top cop in the state, for crying out loud. So he's serious, right? Yeah. But great person. So when we're talking about that and having that bill, I just wanted to kind of preempt the conversation with that. What came with that bill, John, was a preemption bill. They could not make any other laws other than what the state has to. So we don't fight those little things like we.
Yeah. Can you send those people to California? Is there any way we can clone them, and then send them over here and take over? Is that possible?
Then we wouldn't be the best.
I know this isn't vape related, but I wanted to share something with you guys. My license is up for renewal, right? Just out of curiosity, Timmy, how much do you pay to renew your license?
Oh my God, I don't even know. Not that much. I don't. Okay. I think maybe no more than $20-$25, if that.
Peggy, how much does it cost to Floridans?
Something like that, 25. I know it's.
I think it's more than that here.
It's not a budget. It's not a big budget item for a person.
I just did it. It's $40.
There you go. It's like $45.
$45. I was like,
that's the new ID, so they have to check you.
Yes.
Did you get the new ID?
But
they changed the whole damn number.
I haven't changed. I haven't fucking moved. I didn't adopt a new name. I'm still the same person I was from 1968. I mean, give me a freaking break, man.
No, sorry, you got to prove that.
I got to prove who I am.
Yes.
It was good enough before, but now I got to prove it.
And they got to pay him a hell of a lot more in California.
More. It's $32 in Georgia for an 8-year license.
I hate all you people that live outside of you.
Wow.
And the funny part about the 8-year license is I had obviously when I moved here in 2015, I had to get a driver's license, transition from Virginia. And then my license came up for renewal and I did it online and I used the same picture from like when I had it done in 2015. So I'm forever young on my driver's
license. Forever. Damn, you lucky bastard, man. Oh. Matthew, share with us a little bit what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Well, our license is about $50-$60 to renew. So,
well, of course, where you're at.
I've been doing this for a while, so everything kind of runs together. But to sum up a lot of the stuff we've done, the Maryland Vapor Alliance, we've defeated several flavor bans. We've defeated some floor taxes. We've defeated the registry bill for the past 2 years. So shout out to all of our members and our board team and our lobby team does an amazing job. We actually got the only really bad thing that's really happened is our taxes got raised to 20%. Yeah. And they did that. Maryland has a big budget hole deficit, and they did it in the middle of the night. No public comment. Our lobbyists didn't even know about it. We were a line item going, vape tax, yep, raise it. Vehicle tax, double it. Registration fees, double it. And they just went through and it was the biggest tax increase in Maryland history. And this year's an election year, so there's a tax bill on the floor, which is probably going to go nowhere. And then this year we have our bill that we're pushing through. We have a big problem in the state of Maryland where we like to raise taxes, but we don't like to enforce and collect the proper tax.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
There's-
So
You don't have to pay.
we've brought this issue to the comptroller's office. They're kind of, yeah, sure. Well, and then, so we're working with the ATCC as well. And my power might go off again because we're thunderstorming out. But we're working with the ATCC to hopefully, hold individuals more accountable. And we have a lot of changes in the leadership of the committees we work in. So I agree with Nick wholeheartedly, is that you have to stay proactive. You have to build relationships. The people, the delegates and the senators, they know who we are. And we know that we're not the smoke shops. They know that we're the responsible ones. And we have other tobacco places in town that have failed age verification checks by the state like 9 times in a row. And it's just a cost of business to them because they're making more money selling to kids than they are paying the fines. So, we're always
Nobody
trying to work
enforce it.
those angles. Yeah. I was like, you have to make the fine steep enough where it's not a benefit to the business anymore to sell to kids. And so, we do a lot of work and we build those relationships. We do our best to inform and stay on top of things. And yeah, presenting your own bills is very important instead of constantly being in the defensive mode, like Nick was saying, because when we first started doing this, we were constantly in a defensive mode. And finally, we've worked up to be in somewhat of an offensive mode or protective, moving stuff forward. So, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you got, particularly in the state of Maryland. We've done a lot of good things in the state, so I'm very proud of what the MVA has done.
Yeah. I mean, you're in the shop every day though, right? As well.
I'm not in the shop every day, but I'm in the shop a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen an increase or decrease in newer customers in Maryland?
It's really strange. It's some weeks you're like steady decrease, and other weeks it's like bam, 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 bam. It's just like back when I started in this industry, whatever, over a decade ago, you could always plan this is gonna be my busiest day of the week. This day is gonna be this way. And now it's just you never know. There's no rhyme or reason to it. And I can't really give you a straight answer.
Yeah. As far as the knowledge base there in Maryland, do you feel like the customer understands what's going on? Do they have a sense of what the industry is actually going through? And I'm kind of curious too, as you as well, Nick and Peggy. I mean, do you guys all feel like this is a more for you guys in Florida? And you two in Maryland, do you feel
those
like
who want to know, they know they can come to us and we can tell them what's going on. But most people don't care, don't know. They just give me my vape so I can get going.
Yeah.
Yeah. The strange thing is nowadays, back in the day, our clients that we retained over the course of 12 years that we've been open, they get it. They understand it. They know what we do, myself and my staff. But the new people that walk in the door, they don't care. They just want what they want and get the heck out. I mean, they don't even know what we got here,
I'm kind of curious. All three of you guys, are all in shops all the time. Is there something you feel that we could do differently with the newer customer that comes in, or do you feel like that's just going to be a nuisance and they won't come back if you're going to sell them and educate them?
I don't think it's a nuisance. What I think it is that these clients, once we engage in conversation in our stores anyway, and I think I could speak for Peggy and Matt as well when they have their comments, but I think that once you engage them and they understand it and you have a moment to give them a little bit of history and background as to where we are, they're willing to listen and they become engaged. Yeah. But let's remember where these clients are coming from. They're coming from convenience stores and gas stations, which is good. There's a definite positive to that. But they're used to walking in, seeing some snot-nosed kid behind the counter and asking for Blue Raz Ice. Now they're coming to stores and asking for that same product that I don't carry, So we have to get the product that we do carry that's comparable, then convert them to open systems. So that's our journey that we go on. We're constantly converting, because with the inception of Salt Nicks and smaller devices like these guys, we can do that, right? It's more cost effective. It's a much easier product. And once they get that in their head, then it's better. But at first, John, it's come in, grab it, you know.
And they're so new to it anyway. I mean, they haven't even really accepted the change yet. I mean, it's a new customer, so I could see where it'd be difficult to transition that individual into this product when they're just trying it for the first time. So we don't even know if it's going to be successful yet or not for them. We know. Actually, I take that back. We know it will be successful.
Yes, it will be.
We do. We do.
Exactly.
But when you pull them off of the single-use products, it gets crazy, right? Because now they got to fill a device. They what coils or pods they use, and then some of them are overwhelmed. Right?
Yes.
I got a great promotional idea for your new customers when they come in. If they hand you a lighter, they get 5% off. That's your new promotion. Get a pack of matches or a lighter, you get a 5% off.
You have them crush their cigarette pack.
Think of all the lighters you could have.
Dude, I got so many cigarettes. I got this big glass tube that we put them in. We make them crush their cigarettes. We give them 20 off.
Oh man,
Nice.
Shelly had something.
Yeah.
Nick, do you think that the grab and go has anything to do with our new kids that are now hitting colleges and having kids and getting married, and they're the ones who grew up with the disposables? They didn't grow up with the likes of, you know, what we had to go through. You know, do you think that has something to do with it as well, or is it just society? And
I think yes, it does, right? And I think we can speak to that with everybody's in a rush. Life is busy. They're juggling life in itself, so they just want to grab and go, right? Yeah. They went into a gas station while they were out partying at 2 a.m. They found this vape and they said, "Oh," so they start using it, and they bring it back to their buddies back at the dorm, and everything's cool, and everybody's sitting around, they're passing it around. It's like a hookah, blah blah blah. Well, then when you start getting into their heads talking about, "Whoa, you just stepped up your nicotine level. Simmer it down. Here, you need to come to this." You have to have those conversations, but that conversion did play an important role in our industry, right? Because we can't advertise like we used to. So having these in gas stations did help. And the snot-nosed kid behind the counter is not going to be able to walk somebody through levels of nicotine, what device to use, how tight the draw should be, what coil to use. So they get them that, and then they walk in our door and go, "Hey, man, I saw a vape shop. I wanted to come in and get this device." And it's like, wait a minute, here's where we need to go. Let's take a step back. And we walk them through it. And it's not condescending. It's education, I think, and it helps. But Michelle, you're 100% right. That's the life hustle bustle. That's where they grew up. And our legislative staffers and some of our legislators use those products because they're still in that kind of demographic, right? So I walk on the Capitol, and these guys got disposables all day long in their pocket. And it's like, wait a second.
I've got military guys around me all the time. I mean, and
I bet you do.
What they use. That's what they use is, you know, the jewels and things like that. That's what they were starting to use, and when they started, so that's what they want. You know, they're still on the go, guys.
Wait, what did that lady say, Ronnie?
I have a few.
I use the 2%.
How about you, Matthew? Do you feel that the Maryland customer is educated in what's happening?
For those who want to be, you know, every week I have conversations with, you know, customers will come and ask me what's going on because they know what I do outside of the vape shop. A lot of customers don't care. They just, you know, I just got to change the place where I get my vape at, or I got to vape this instead of that, whatever. And so those who do want to know, it's like we used to be a lot more engaging at the state level when we were in defense mode because we had this bill, and I think it was a flavor ban. Yeah, it was a flavor ban. And we only had 2 weeks to prepare for this flavor ban hearing that was in committee. And so we printed out a bunch of postcards, and we got like 3,000 or 5,000 some postcards in 2 weeks of customers saying, we don't want this, basically. And when we went into committee, we brought all the postcards and put them right on the stands where we were testifying. And we were like,
We
listen,
can't do that.
this is only 2 weeks. Imagine how we could get if we had a month to do this.
Yeah.
The people of Maryland don't want this. So, at those parts, we were very engaged with the customers, and we had those postcards coming from all over Maryland. So,
That's awesome.
And what our lobbyist did was he actually photocopied every single postcard and sent them out to the respective legislative districts.
Good.
Nice.
So, yeah. So
That's
yeah,
like Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah.
I love it.
If we need to engage our customers, in the past they've always been willing to step up and be a part of the process by writing, written testimony or whatever. But in the past few years, we just haven't had as much need for that because of the relationships we've built. But it's, today, I don't know how it would be if something like drastic happens and how much participation we would get. It'd be one of those, cross that bridge when we get there type things.
I'm going to go up to my man up there, Timmy. He looks like he's got something on his mind.
I was going to ask Matthew, you said you're now a little bit better positioned to be in more of an offensive mode. Are your lobbyists and people fighting, trying to push through bills similar to Nick's?
Right now, we're kind of working on. We have a lot of bad actors in Maryland. A lot of these smoke and vape shops that are selling to kids are not paying the correct taxes. So it's kind of like splitting the vapor industry. So we have the people that aren't obeying the law versus the people that is obeying the law. And of course, the ones that aren't obeying the law are doing better, can offer better prices, and because they're skirting the law. And we're really trying to put a legislation in that takes care of that. And we've talked to the people at the ATCC, it was the Alcohol, Tobacco, Cannabis Commission, and it's hard because a lot of these smoke shops, it's hard to hold people accountable because they all have the same last name.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is normally Muhammad or Mohammed.
Yes.
And they're having a hard time. So we're trying to, put in not really offensive legislation, but accountability legislation, and try to force people to pay your damn taxes and obey the law.
Right.
So that's what we're kind of pushing this legislative session.
Yeah, we got a lot of.
It's kind of, Matthew, what we ended up doing. We did that on purpose to let them know, put them on warning that, hey, if you don't snap in a line, you're going to be the ones that won't be able to sell this product. So that legislation that we was for that purpose right there. Absolutely. And I think get out.
I think you have shared some of your legislation with us as well. And I love reading legislation like that because I go through like, hey, we can use this. Just that one line out of your entire bill. You're like, that'll make the difference right there. So, and I appreciate it.
I'm telling you, they should look, if they're going to clone anybody, it needs to be Nick Orlando. And
Dolores.
And Dolores. And make 50 of them and just send them to each state.
No, it's not just me. It's people like that. Those guys, they do that. I'm just
everybody in Florida. Damn it! Oh no, it's. I was just kind of going through. I was kind of curious to see you're gonna laugh, Nick, but I kind of wanted to see what the difference was between California and Florida as far as laws and regulations. And the one that got me is indoor workplace vaping is banned under the Florida Clean Indoor Act, but standalone bars and some tobacco vape shops are exceptions. That we don't have that.
Yep, we did that. So the best way to look at Florida and California is we see what California guys, and we do the opposite.
You
And
do
it
the
works.
exact
Yes.
opposite.
But
Yeah.
now we've got so many beach places too, and a lot of the beach areas that have like porches and things, you can vape on them.
Yeah.
As long as they're open air,
All
good
right,
beach.
here's my beach story. I'm sitting in the beach in Santa Cruz, California. I'm under my
Mistake
little
number
umbrella. Yeah, under my little umbrella on my beach chair, hit my vape. A guy, whatever he is, lifeguard, blah, 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 comes screaming down in a gas powered ATV. Now, mind you, to me to tell me that I can't vape because it's polluting the air around me. And I look over at him. I said, "What about this ATV? I just saw a big puff of black smoke come out of this thing. You're worried about me, but you're not worried about every kid sucking down this carbon monoxide that you're spewing out the ATV." "Oh, we're working on that." Here's his response: "We're working on that. We're going to get electric ones." I go, "Well, until you get electric ones, I'm going to vape here on the beach."
There
We
you
had the
go.
same problem in Maryland. You could search it and look it up. In Ocean City, where everybody goes for like vacation in the summer and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
They banned vaping on the boardwalk, and they got
Yes.
some people vaping on the boardwalk. I think one got the crap beat out of him by the local
Yeah.
police. One
Yes.
got tasered.
Yeah.
It's insanity.
Now, we remember that story from Maryland. We actually
Yeah.
talked about that here.
Yes.
It's nuts.
Yeah, you in Santa Cruz, you can't vape on the beach or the boardwalk. You have to walk to the sidewalk. So you have to go all the way out to the sidewalk to vape or smoke.
Sounds
So-
like my pool.
Yeah,
When I used to smoke, I almost got in trouble in LA smoking on the sidewalk. So I don't know
Right.
if you can smoke on the sidewalk.
You have to be 25 feet away from any public access door.
See,
Well,
I remember being able to vape. I mean, to smoke inside grocery stores.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody
Mhm.
did. I
Hey,
mean,
man.
it wasn't
My
a
dad
deal,
did, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time I ever had got stopped for that, I was in California. I was in Ventura, California, and like 4 people came to me. It was like, what am I doing wrong? And I had a cigarette in my hand. I didn't even notice that I had lit one up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm so used to doing it, and man, they're like all over me. It was like, oh God, I'm in California. I have to remember that. And this was
Oh, yeah.
way back when,
Yeah, Denny's too. Denny's was famous for smokers. I remember being a kid and going into Denny's and just sitting in the wrong section.
Right?
I remember seeing those little aluminum ashtrays in McDonald's and on
Hell
airplanes.
yeah.
In the,
Yeah.
Mm.
It's here's even in the Indian casinos here you have smoking areas. They used to be wide open. You could smoke anywhere in the casinos, but now they have a smoking section in the casino and a non-smoking section in the casino.
well, you can smoke here.
Yeah, they don't care, Nick. They don't care. Timmy, go ahead, Tim. I know you have something.
Well, I was going to go back to the topic about, the newer customers coming in, whether or not they're educated. I know I feel like I have a little bit of that challenge here in Georgia when I walk into the shops. So what's the current makeup of in both areas, Maryland and in Florida, what percentage of the shops are kind of like what I encounter when you go into like Exhale City, which are kind of combination head shop kind of places, mostly vape shops, it seems. But what's the general conglomerate of clerks behind the counter that kind of understand what's going on? Or are those businesses more inclined to just want to sell hand over fist product? I mean, are the majority of shop owners educating customers, or is there a larger percentage of shops in your areas that are just sort of clueless individuals that are just pushing product over a counter?
In Maryland, I can tell you that, in our organization, a lot of the shops are like mine. But outside of that, which is greatly growing, is exactly what you said. They're just pushing product, not obeying the laws, selling to anybody they can sell a product to. I mean, we got shop marijuana in in Maryland right now is dispensaries have a chokehold. We can't even sell CBD anymore or Delta 8 and like nothing. It all must go to dispensaries. And these shops, they're just selling joints right out the front door to the kids. They don't care.
Right.
You're just a number.
Yeah.
And those kind of shops are growing. And our legislation knows it. And that's why they know that we are not those people. Right. And it's sad to see, but you know.
Well, what is the you know the legislative take on places like that? Like, do they understand that, you know, that they kind of put a stain on the good work that everyone's doing with the lobbying for all the right things, all the right kind of regulations and accessibilities?
I've talked to the legislators and several legislators are like, if it was up to me, all these shops would be gone, right. You know, but they have a very big lobby and they have a very strong voice. And it's like, and we even proved to the comptroller's office that they're not paying their crack tax and still nothing's been done. So it's, in that sense, it's very disheartening.
Right.
You know, you figure like, hey, all these people, you know, and especially because Maryland's at a huge budget deficit, you're like, this is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars that you're losing. And we bring it to their attention. We prove that they're not paying the taxes. And still you're like, eh. And all the while they're raising taxes on everyday Marylanders for double their vehicle registration.
Right.
They're even taxing when you trade in a vehicle now to buy a new car. They're taxing your trade-in value down too.
Oh shit!
Why is there such Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe their hands are tied. I'm not sure. Why does there seem to be so much hesitation with them going after these people, getting their bag, so to speak?
That's part of the problem we're trying to fix through legislation, and it's a slow process because like 1 year you can amend a few things and next year that allows you to do this different in legislation now that you have this piece in place. It's never done in all in one shot. I mean, I wish it was, but it's
a chess game.
Yeah, it is. It really is a chess game, and you got to talk to people all the time and different legislators and take their temperatures constantly. And I thought the same thing. I saw a problem like, well, here's the fix. Just write legislation, do it. No, it doesn't work that way. Right. I wish it did.
No, it's nice to see, like, from what you're dealing with and what Nick's dealing with and everyone else that's fighting really hard. It's nice to see that the industry and the advocates are not looking for loopholes any longer. They're trying to fix the issue. And I think that was a big issue for 10 years. It was just, oh, look, they didn't write this in, so we can get away with this. And we've done that. Yeah, we've done that for so long. And, you know, it was the joke for a long time. We're the loophole industry. You know, we'll find a loophole. You don't know how to write bills because you don't understand the product. But now they do understand the product and know how to write these rules and regulations. So there aren't those loopholes anymore. There may be a few here and there, but it's nice to see that advocates that are actually, you know, trying to change these things and do what's right instead of just trying to, okay, you forgot to add this product into your legislation, so we're going to just try to figure, you know, we can't do that anymore. We did that with synthetics for a long time. Well, this isn't tobacco, and we tried to fight. Well, we lost that battle. Yeah, so, you know, it's good to see that guys like you and Nick are not just looking for loopholes, but trying to change the system altogether. You know, and be on the, you know, write our own regulations and laws and get those amended. So I appreciate both of you guys, and just, you know, come over to California so I don't have to move. I really don't want to have to move.
I wish I had a better answer for you. You know, I really wish I did.
Yeah, it's just nice to see that it's, you know, for, like I said, for years, you know, a new law would pass and then you would go to a Facebook group page and there was 10 different ways to get around it. And everybody wasn't trying to fix the problem. They were just like, okay, this is what they said. This is what we can do. And I'm glad to see there's change there.
I think some of this is we didn't have lawyers that were ready for as much fight, or I don't know if that's the right wording, but it was more
well, this is what I say about lawyers. Lawyers get paid by the hour. So, so a lawyer idea of trying to fix a case in 2 or 3 days or a couple months. Nah, let's make this a year's battle. I don't want to get into old lawyers, but
Yeah, and I'm not knocking our lawyers.
yeah,
I'm just
we need. Yeah, I'm glad we have the ones we do, but I'm glad we have people like Nick and Matthew that can see and understand. I think because you still need to be a people person. You still need to show up. You still need to be there. You still need to make relationships with these people and let them understand what we're going through. And sometimes, you know, I feel like no one takes this addiction serious. I really don't. You know, I think it needs to be up there with all the rest of them. We all know what we go through, you know, when we don't have a friggin' cigarette. You know, is it a little less extreme than the guy that's looking for heroin? Yeah, of course, but it's still an addiction. It's still, you know, I've known people that I remember kids, you know, when I was a teenager selling their bikes to buy a pack of cigarettes. And back then they were only 79 cents a pack.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not an addiction.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Yeah,
it's not an addiction.
I agree with you, Nick. I agree with you, Nick, completely.
It's just a dependence.
That's a dependence. You can,
right.
Addiction causes harm.
And there is no harm with this. I mean, not enough that's, you know.
No.
I agree with you there.
I'm with you, Nick, completely. Especially for someone like me, and I keep saying it, and everybody here knows it, but you know, with somebody with anxiety, it's medicine, and when they take it away, it's not an addiction that drives me nuts. It's the fact that I need it. You know, I need it, and it helps me, and they're taking it away.
I 100% agree.
Can you say the same? Couldn't you say the same thing about the guy that wants heroin?
No, because everybody has nicotine receptors, and we get our nicotine before we smoke a cigarette.
Yeah,
we get our nicotine from natural resources like vegetables and chocolate and stuff like that.
Right.
The moment we take a cigarette, we've kicked up our nicotine dependency,
right?
And we continue to do that. Now, as smokers, I don't know who all's ex-smokers here, but I'm one of them. So after 30 years, my dependency was kicked up. And the only thing that would compare to it, not the gum, not the lozenge, not the patch, was vapor products. Now, when I started using those vapor products, I was able to step down my nicotine and become less dependent. Right. But what caused that dependency to be so high was the cigarette and the nicotine delivery through a cigarette that has all those chemicals and carcinogens that I was addicted to. Mm-hmm. That was the addiction.
And no more.
Nicotine itself is not the addiction.
Right.
I agree with you then. I'll go with that.
And that's proven, John, through Indiana University. They give those kids the nicotine shots with Tourette's and stuff.
Yeah. No, I've seen what they're doing with dementia patients as well with the patches.
Parkinson's, schizophrenia, and everything.
Yeah, I was a little too late for my dad. If they would have been doing that test during my dad's early stages of dementia, I could have got him in there, but he was already too far gone for any kind of treatment whatsoever with nicotine. It would have been, as the doctor said, it would have been just torture. For even if the receptors started working, you're letting someone realize that they just missed 10 years of their lives. And it may be just moments. Just moments, you know, it may just be moments during the day. Yeah.
Oh.
You know,
cracking that code.
Yeah. There's something else too. The dopamine. People don't talk about the dopamine in it and how it affects the dopamine and how people need the dopamine, you know, and how you seek out dopamine. I mean, you know, funny people are there. They're funny because they're funny to begin with, but they do it publicly because they get the dopamine. They get a rush from it, you know. Yeah. So people need to realize that dopamine is involved in there too. It's not just a you know.
Better thing is, you're nicotine enhanced, right?
Yes.
We're nicotine enhanced.
Yes.
That's it. I love nicotine.
I agree with Michelle too, because
Yeah.
I have multiple sclerosis, and I deal with a lot of stuff, and I never had anxiety. My friends would tell me about their anxiety. I'm like, get over it. I had no way to relate to their anxiety. And then one day God flipped on a switch, and now I get panic attacks. I get anxiety. I get fear. I was in church last Sunday, and I was like this close from having a panic attack, and I'm like, what the heck is this?
I've gotten up and gotten out because there's too many people in the room and I can't handle it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I went, the rest of the day I was trash. I came home and slept for like 5 hours, woke up, ate something, went back, and it would just trash me for the whole day. And it just,
if I take pills, it really knocks me out for like 4 or 5 days.
I don't want to take pills.
Where I'm just a zombie. I'm trash. I'm with you.
Yeah, that's God's little punishment.
Well, I probably deserve punishment then.
Yeah, I'm the same way with certain faces. I see certain faces, they give me anxiety.
Everything for a reason,
Yeah, it's like I hate you. I don't even know you, but I hate you. That's all I'm just saying. It's just your face.
That's why I don't speak.
It might just be a South Philly thing, but kicking back in, my fight or flight mode from being in South Philly and wandering off the Italian neighborhoods and just ending up in the wrong place. Hey guys, we're done. I want to thank Matthew. Oh, go ahead, Peggy.
I have a question.
No. Yeah.
A customer came in, true story. A customer came in today and asked, like, for the Italian sausage, did the pigs come from Italy?
Well, then send them over to Clearwater.
I love it.
Trying to ask the professionals here.
Only if an Italian prepares the meat. Now I'm going Jewish with the kosher thing, so we're going to go with the Italians need to adapt that. What do you think, Nick? If an Italian actually touches a sausage and prepares it, then technically it can be called Italian sausage. There you go.
They can touch a Johnsonville brat and it's Italian sausage.
Yeah,
Peggy, it has to do with the seasoning inside of it.
Yeah,
it's got basil.
Hey,
and all that. John's got an Italian sausage. He's got them all the time over there.
Yeah, heck yeah.
There's a bunch of dirty jokes in
but
there
the pigs
somewhere.
don't come from Italy.
Ba-da-bum-boom.
Okay, help us go home. Thank you.
I like that.
You can put that on your pizza.
I think
you can put that on your
yeah. I think we should go all the way to the Supreme Court with this one. I think we should go all the way to the Supreme Court with this one and get some legislation that says an actual Italian needs to prepare the sauce. Maybe a blessing, Nick. A blessing.
Is there an Italian version of kosher so it can be certified?
No, there shouldn't be. There isn't, but there should be. This Italian
out there.
This Italian sausage has been blessed by the Pope. Oh God.
We've been forgotten on everything. We've been forgotten as slaves. We've been forgotten as the kosher side. The Italians got dumped on. We need the Dominic biscuits thing going. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the sausage.
It's like I tell it's like I tell a lot of Sicilians. Never forget what happened in New Orleans, and that's what I tell a lot of Sicilians. If what took place in New Orleans with Sicilians it was pretty bad. Yeah,
it was very bad.
It was very bad. It's very bad.
Agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, that's your history lesson for today on the live show. If you're ever in New Orleans, no,
I've actually been learning how to make real Italian food. I learned the authentic way to make carbonara, and now my kids ask for it when you're making carbonara again.
Yeah. It's surprising. I don't know if it's changed, but the last time I looked, the Italian food's still number one, which I find surprising. Worldwide as the favorite food. And I think Spanish or Mexican is second in there, and then Chinese food somewhere is in there too as well. But Italian's still number one. I like.
It's hard to find ingredients. Like you can't find guanciale anywhere around.
Yeah. Well, you're in Maryland. You're good enough in the East Coast to where you should still be able to find some good Italian delis. Yeah. You and even in Florida, right, Nick? A lot of good Italian delis out there. Yeah.
A lot of wops here. wops. We got
Yeah,
wops all over.
Yeah, if you come over, if you come over here, then they just close down their doors and move somewhere else. So,
I have a question, John. Are you still doing the tomatoes thing?
this summer,
you
yes,
still doing
that we will do. I am official. This is the first time in over I don't know how many years that we actually ran out of tomato sauce because I did 100 and we well all in total 800 jars, but that gets split between the family. So I had 150 jars, and I swear to God, I don't know how I went through 150 jars. I've never gone through 150 jars of tomato sauce. So
kids in there now. You got kids there now with you.
yeah. No, so this year, I actually feel bad because this last couple of months I have been actually buying tomatoes and making my own sauce fresh that way.
Wow.
But it sure takes the fun out of just walking out and grabbing a jar of fresh tomato sauce, But we're gonna do that this year. I have to reassert. I have to kind of reintroduce myself to the farmer because it was my uncle. My uncle passed away 2 years ago, so he was the guy that always talked to that farmer. Hey, we're gonna pick. When can we come? Can we show up? So I got to kind of get out there and reintroduce myself. Thank God. It was almost like he knew he was going. He grabbed me. He took me over to the house. He, there's an old lady there. He introduced me to her. He said, "This is my nephew. He's probably going to be the one, coming with the truck and, crazy ass Italians that are going to pick, 200 buckets of tomatoes and fill the back of a pickup truck with it." But yeah, no, I love. I can't eat the other stuff, Nick. I can't eat any of the jar stuff because of the preservatives. It gives me heartburn. So, yeah.
There's one called Rayos that might not. Rayos, Raos. You might get by with a pinch.
Yeah.
There's no preservative.
Everything is just kind of leaving California. We just got news. One of the largest mozzarella manufacturer is here in California, and it produces. I forget. It's a staggering number. It's in the high 90s of all the mozzarella for every pizza restaurant in the country. It's leaving California for Texas.
Wow.
And they just built a $2 billion plant in Texas.
Yeah.
They're closing the doors and the people are like, "Oh, let them go." And I'm like, number one, you don't understand. That's 2,000 jobs that are gone.
Yeah, it's gone. That's a whole city.
Yeah. Not to mention all the farmers that are producing milk for those cheese factories. What are they going to do with all that milk that was going to this mozzarella plant? And it's the trucking. It affects the whole thing, not just the manufacturer, but the farms, the truckers, the workers that were picking the tomato. All that is just.
Are they leaving because of taxes?
Yep, high taxes and high utility costs.
High labor.
They did that in Maryland too. They passed a tax on the IT industry here in Maryland, and they only got like 10% of the taxes they think because they all left.
They all left. Yeah, they all left. Yeah. This one's huge. This is, there's a lot in that area where I live. The next town, a couple towns over, is Turlock, and then Turlock all the way up to Fresno. That's all dairy. That's all Portuguese dairies, dude. And there are thousands and thousands of cows and farms that are out there that are producing all that milk for that mozzarella plant. They're done. Where are they going to put all that milk? No one drinks that much milk.
There's a lot of logistics that go in with that because even if they were to ship that milk, then now they have to.
They can't.
And how you get it down to Texas?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, they can't. They will have to have to. Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right, guys, that's your California history lesson as well. Any news in Georgia, Tim? Before we go, Tim.
Everybody's just chill here in Georgia. Nothing to talk about.
I'm happy for you.
I hate Georgia. No, I'm kidding. Georgia. All right, everybody. Hey, thank you again, Matthew. Thank you again, Nick. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Happy to be
here. Michelle. And Matthew, anytime you got something going on, Nick knows. Just hit us up. Let us know. You got something going on. You want to talk about some things that you guys are dealing with. A matter of fact, Matthew, we do a special show about vape shops. We would love for you to come back on and talk about what you're dealing with in your shop. And we love to hear what's going on. You know what? I don't think we've ever had anybody from Maryland on here, guys.
I haven't. No.
I don't think so. Well, he came on years ago, but it was kind
Years
of a
ago,
whole
yeah.
different show back then. There were some shots involved. There was a lot of drinking.
Okay.
All right, everybody, wave to the camera and say goodbye. Thank you, everybody out there in chat. We appreciate every single one of you.
Good night.
Have a good night. Let me
Good
click
night,
that
guys.
button. Yeah,
Okay.
and